The Galactic Council had faced wars, plagues, and dying stars, but nothing had ever forced an emergency meeting like this. A deep red light filled the council chamber as representatives from dozens of powerful civilizations gathered in silence. At the center of the room, a massive hologram showed a single symbol pulsing slowly, an ancient mark that many believed was only a legend. The Shadowgate. For thousands of cycles, the Shadowgate had been written off as a myth, a story told to scare young cadets and entertained historians. It was said to be a doorway built by an unknown civilization, a gate that could move fleets across impossible distances. No one had ever proven it was real, until now. A thin, insect-like alien stepped forward, its voice shaking as it spoke. The signal is confirmed. The Shadowgate is activated. The room erupted in disbelief. Several council members laughed. Others accused the speaker of spreading false data. But the hologram did not lie. Energy readings spiked beyond known limits. Space itself bending like glass under pressure. Then came the second shock. The signal. Origin was traced, not to the outer dark zones, not to ancient ruins, but to a quiet star system listed as low risk, low threat. Earth. A murmur spread through the chamber, followed by mocking sounds. Humans. One council member sneered, a divided species, barely holding their planet together. Records showed humans as emotional, slow to unify, and far behind galactic powers. They fought among themselves, polluted their world, and struggled with basic interstellar politics. The council relaxed, believing the mystery had an easy answer. Some thought humans had accidentally triggered something they did not understand. But one figure did not share their confidence. An old alien historian stepped forward, his skin marked with age and scars. Our records on Earth are incomplete, he warned. Large sections are missing, erased, or locked behind unknown encryption. The council dismissed him. Missing data was common for minor worlds. Then Earth went silent. All communications stopped at once. Satellites went dark. Signals vanished. Even background noise faded. It was as if the planet had been swallowed by space itself. At the same time, the Shadowgate pulsed again, stronger than before. Space near Earth twisted violently, stars stretching into thin lines. Sensors failed one by one. Unable to process what they were seeing, scout fleets were ordered toward the system. Hundreds of advanced alien ships moved at maximum speed, expecting chaos, panic, or surrender. They found none of it. Earth floated peacefully in space, blue and calm, no defense fleets, no weapons, no warnings, just silence. This is a trap, one commander said quietly. Deep beneath Earth's surface, far below oceans and cities, humans gathered in a hidden command chamber. Men and women stood calmly, their faces focused, not afraid. A massive screen showed the Shadowgate opening slowly in orbit. Human technology monitored it with perfect clarity. An ancient artificial intelligence awakened, its voice smooth and familiar. Shadow Protocol confirmed. It said, "All systems ready." No panic filled the room, only patience. Above Earth, the Shadowgate released one final pulse, not a signal of discovery, but a signal of return. And the galaxy, watching in silence, did not yet understand. Earth was not waking up. Earth had been waiting. The alien scout fleets slowed as they entered. The human star system, their advanced sensors searched for mines, weapons, or hidden fleets. But space remained empty and calm. Earth floated ahead of them, silent and unchanged. No defense platforms, no warning signals, no response at all. "This makes no sense," one alien commander said. "Any species activating the Shadowgate should be terrified." The fleet spread out, forming attack patterns, weapons powered up, shields locked in place. Still, Earth did nothing. On the Galactic Council's main screen, the Shadowgate remained half open. Dark energy leaked from its edges like slow-moving smoke. The readings were stable, controlled, and precise, that worried them more than chaos ever could. Back on Earth, inside the underground command chamber, the atmosphere was calm. Human officers moved between stations with quiet discipline. Every screen showed clean data, perfect control. The ancient AI continued its system checks. Shadowgate integrity at 99%, it reported. Fleet pathways secure. A young officer hesitated before speaking. Alien scouts have arrived. The room did not react. No raised voices, no panic, only nods of acknowledgement. "Let them look," the human commander said. "They need to see nothing, High above, alien drones moved closer to Earth's orbit. They scanned cities, oceans, and continents. They saw lights, traffic, daily life continuing as normal, families eating, children sleeping, a world that looked unaware of the danger above it. This species does not understand what it has awakened, one alien observer said. But then something strange appeared. Deep space sensors detected artificial structures, not near Earth, but hidden in gravitational shadows around the star system. Massive objects, perfectly still, invisible to most scans, older than current human technology should allow. What are those? An alien scientist asked. The answer never came. Suddenly, Earth broke its silence. Not with a broadcast, not with a threat, but with a single encrypted pulse sent directly into the shadow gate. The gate responded instantly. Its surface stabilized, the energy flow smoothed. It was no longer waking up. It was listening, in the council chamber. The old historian returned to the center, his voice steady now. "I warned you," he said. "Humans learned long ago that survival does not belong to the loud, the alien. Fleets began to feel it then, a pressure in space, subtle but undeniable, as if something enormous had shifted its attention toward them. Back on Earth, the AI spoke again. Fleet Protocol 0 initiated, all hidden units standing by. The commander placed his hand on the console. "Hold," he said. "We do not strike first." Above the planet, the shadow gate opened wider, not violently, not aggressively, but with control and purpose. The alien scouts tried to pull back. Their engines resisted. Space around them thick and heavy, not trapped, but warned. A simple human message appeared on every alien screen, translated perfectly. "We are aware of you, nothing more. No threats, no demands, just awareness." The fleets froze in place. For the first time, the galaxy understood something important. Earth was not hiding because it was weak. Earth was hiding because it was patient, and whatever waited beyond the shadow gate was not rushing to arrive. It was waiting for permission. The alien fleets remained, frozen near Earth, unsure whether to advance or retreat. Their weapons were ready. Yet no command felt safe enough to fire. A simple human message echoed in their systems. "We are aware of you." It was not a threat. That was what frightened them. Inside the Galactic Council chamber, confusion spread. The Shadow Gate no longer behaved like an ancient relic. It reacted like a tool under full control. "How is this possible?" one council member demanded. "Humans should not understand technology like this." The old historian stepped forward. Once more, his eyes fixed on the gate. "Because they did not rush," he said. "They observed, they learned, and they waited." The council demanded answers. So the historian opened sealed archives long ignored. The records showed an early human expansion, slow and careful. Humans explored space quietly, avoiding attention. When they discovered the ruins of the Shadow Gate centuries ago, they did not activate it. They studied it, they mapped it, they rebuilt it piece by piece, rather than claim power. They chose silence. Back on Earth, the underground chamber shifted into a new phase. Lights dimmed as ancient systems fully awakened. Walls revealed symbols older than modern human nations. The AI spoke again, its voice carrying a hint of memory. "Shadow Project began 400 years ago," it said. "Primary goal was survival through preparation. Human commanders watched recorded images. Early explorers standing before the broken Shadow Gate. They looked small, fragile, yet determined." The AI continued. "Humans calculated that open strength would invite destruction. Silence offered time. Above Earth, alien sensors finally detected movement, not from the planet, but from deep space shadows around the system. Massive shapes began to emerge. Dark structures unfolded like sleeping giants waking slowly. They were not ships rushing to battle. They were stations, shipyards, anchors of something far larger. These structures were hidden using gravity and dark matter masking. An alien scientist whispered, "No known species uses this method." The human commander watched calmly. "Because no known species planned this long," he said quietly. The Shadow Gate opened wider, this time revealing not chaos, but order. Energy flowed in stable streams, forming clear pathways. The gate was no longer a mystery. It was a door. Alien fleets tried to retreat again. Their systems allowed movement now. As if space itself had relaxed its grip, a second human message appeared. Longer than the first, still calm, still simple. "We did not build this to conquer. We built it so we would never be cornered again." The council chamber fell silent. They finally understood the missing data. Humans had erased themselves from attention. They hid progress behind weakness. They allowed others to underestimate them, because fear grows fast, but preparation grows deeper. Back on Earth, the AI completed its report. Hidden fleet, awaiting authorization, it said. Shadowgate stable. The commander stood. He did not look proud. He looked tired. Hold the fleet, he ordered. Let the galaxy understand before we move. Above Earth, the dark structures locked into formation. Silent, patient, unstoppable, the Shadowgate pulsed softly, not calling reinforcements, not announcing war, but reminding the galaxy of a simple truth. Humans did not rise suddenly. They rose slowly, quietly, and on purpose. The Shadowgate changed. Again, it no longer looked like an ancient ruin struggling to stay open. Its dark surface became smooth and stable, like calm water under moonlight. Alien fleets watched in complete silence, every sensor focused on the gate, every weapon powered, but unused. Then something moved, not fast, not aggressive. A shape slowly emerged from the Shadowgate. It was a human warship, large, dark, and silent. Its surface absorbed light instead of reflecting it. No glowing engines, no visible weapons, just presence. The ship did not charge forward. It stopped just beyond the gate, holding position. Then another followed, and another. Soon dozens of ships drifted into real space, each one different in shape, yet clearly built with the same purpose. Alien commanders tried to scan them. Their systems returned incomplete data. Armor readings exceeded known limits. Power cores were beyond any known scale. These ships were not built for show, one alien whispered. They were built to survive anything. Back on Earth, the underground command chamber remained calm. Human officers monitored fleet formation, every movement precise and controlled. The ancient AI spoke softly. Phase 1, deployment complete. The human commander nodded. Begin full emergence. The Shadowgate responded instantly. Energy flows increased, yet remained stable. The gate widened further. What followed made the galaxy hesitate. Hundreds of human ships emerged, then thousands. Some were massive carriers. Others were long, narrow vessels designed for speed. All of them moved without wasted motion. The alien fleets felt small for the first time in centuries. The Galactic Council watched in stunned silence. No alarms sounded. No orders were given. The old historian lowered his head. They did not hide because they feared us, he said. They hid because they feared what we would become if we met them too early. A final human message spread across every known channel. Cliff got calm and impossible to ignore. We stayed silent while the galaxy fought itself. We stayed hidden while empires rose and fell. Not because we were weak, but because we were learning. The fleet did not advance. It did not surround the alien ships. It simply existed. That was enough. Alien commanders understood then. If humans had wanted war, the battle would already be over. Back on Earth, civilians continued their daily lives, unaware of how close the galaxy had come to disaster. Children looked at the sky without fear. Cities glowed peacefully at night. Above them all, the hidden fleet formed a protective arc, a shield made of patience and preparation. The Shadowgate slowly reduced its energy output, not closing, but resting. The human commander took a deep breath. This is only the beginning, he said. The AI responded. Galaxy awareness achieved. The galaxy had finally seen what humans had become. Not conquerors, not destroyers, but something far more dangerous. A species that planned, waited, and never forgot. The galaxy did not react with cheers or panic. It reacted with silence. Thousands of alien ships remained still, not because they were forced to stop, but because no one knew what to do next. The human fleet held its position. No weapons charged, no formations tightened. It was not a threat, it was a statement. Inside the Galactic Council chamber, fear slowly turned into something else. Understanding. The Council requested communication. This time, Earth answered. A human representative appeared on the hologram, not in armor, not behind shields, just a calm figure in simple uniform. We did not awaken the Shadowgate to rule you, the human said. We awakened it because history taught us a lesson. The Council listened. They had no choice. The human continued. We were once divided, weak, and easy to ignore. We watched stronger powers destroy smaller worlds. We learned that survival does not belong to the loudest. Images spread across the chamber. ruined planets, burned civilizations, records of wars the Council had allowed or ignored. These worlds trusted the galaxy, the humans said, and the galaxy failed them. Alien leaders looked away, some in shame, some in regret. The human fleet above Earth adjusted slightly. Not an attack movement, a protective one. Back in the underground command chamber, the AI processed long-term projections. Probability of galactic collapse reduced by 64%. It reported. The human commander allowed himself a small breath. "This is why we waited," he said. The human message continued, spreading to every known system. "We did not build this fleet for conquest. We built it so no voice could be erased again." Across the galaxy, smaller civilizations listened in disbelief. Worlds that had hidden for centuries, worlds that had paid tribute just to survive. For the first time, they felt seen. Alien military leaders exchanged private signals. They understood. Now, the human fleet was not aimed at them. It was aimed at the future. The shadow gate pulsed softly, not opening further, not closing, waiting, waiting. The human representative finished with a final message. "We will not force peace, but we will protect the chance for it." Silence followed, long and heavy. Then something unexpected happened. A small alien delegation lowered its weapons, then another, then another. One by one, fleets powered down their attack systems, not in surrender, but in trust. Above Earth, the human fleet remained steady, a quiet wall between chaos and hope. The commander looked at the stars on the screen. "So this is the moment," he said softly. The AI replied, "Humanity has become a constant. Across the galaxy, a new truth began to spread. Humans were no longer a forgotten species. They were a balance, and the Shadow Gate, glowing gently in the dark, it was no longer a weapon, it was a promise. The galaxy did not change in a single day, but it shifted forever. The human fleet remained near Earth for many cycles, not as rulers, not as guards, but as watchers, slowly. Other civilizations adjusted. Trade routes reopened under new rules. Smaller worlds spoke without fear. Old empires learned restraint. The Galactic Council reconvened, this time without arrogance, this time with caution. A proposal was placed at the center of the chamber. Earth would no longer be listed as a minor world. It would be recognized as a sentinel world. The old historian spoke one final time. "We once measured power by how fast a species reached the stars. We were wrong. True power belongs to those who know when to wait." The council voted, not under threat, but under understanding. Above Earth, the Shadow Gate entered its final state, fully active, fully stable, and permanently bound to human control. The gate was no longer hidden, yet no one dared approach it without permission. Back on Earth, the underground command chamber began to empty. Officers returned to their lives. The AI reduced itself to quiet monitoring. Humanity did not celebrate loudly. There were no parades in space, no songs broadcast across stars. They had learned long ago. Victory did not need noise. Children on Earth grew up looking at the night sky, not with fear, but with curiosity. They learned stories not of war, but of patience, of preparation, of a species that chose silence over panic across the galaxy. New academies taught a lesson once ignored, the human principle. That survival belongs to those who plan beyond their lifetime. The Shadow Gate stood as a symbol, not of domination, but of responsibility. One final message was archived in galactic history, a simple human record. We waited, we learned, and when the moment came, we stood. The galaxy remembered Earth differently now, not as a weak blue world, not as a sudden conqueror, but as a quiet constant in a violent universe. Long after empires faded and stars grew old, the legend remained. When the Shadow Gate awakened, the galaxy did not meet monsters, it met humanity.